Welcome back to the Holy Land Uncovered. The Druze are one of the ethnic minorities living here in the Holy Land, numbering about 140,000. Their religious beliefs are derived from Islam, Gnosticism, and Greek philosophy. They consider Jethro the Midian their spiritual founder and prophet. But their theology is largely secretive and the domain of men. Our reporter Shelby Winder was invited to observe one of their festivals. Here's her report.
The Druze faith is an Abrahamic religion which began from a movement in Shia Islam 1,000 years ago. The religion is mostly based in Syria, Lebanon, and Israel, with most of its sacred sites here in the Holy Land. Once a year, Israeli Druze gather to honor Al-Qadr, the second most important prophet to the faith.
On this blessed day, it is the traditional annual visit to the shrine of our master Al-Qadr in Kfar Yassif, where the Druze from both the Galilee, the Carmel, and the Golan meet, thousands of Druze community. Without a doubt, this day is a day of brotherhood, a day of love, a day of peace.
In Israel, the Druze are spread throughout different villages in the country. Holidays like this are important in bringing the community together. But religious Druze are not the only ones who come to pay respect.
Today, all of Kfar Yassif and all Arab society are happy to celebrate this happy occasion because it brings together the Islamic, Christian, and Druze communities in this blessed place, congratulating each other on this occasion, which we all cherish.
The annual gathering has become a symbol of cooperation between the different Arab religions and cultures. Local political and spiritual leaders don't only come to pay respect to the Druze, but also to honor the prophet, who's a significant figure in all the Abrahamic faiths.
Al-Qadr in our Christian tradition, we can say even Judeo-Christian tradition, is the prophet Elijah. This prophet did not die according to the Old Testament. He went up to heavens in a chariot of fire, and he symbolizes life, symbolizes hope.
After praying at the tomb of Al-Qadr, the community leaders gathered for a meal in the home of Kfar Yassif's mayor. The village is predominantly Arab Christian, and the occasion is an important time to show solidarity and to look for peace.
We will continue to meet for the sake of peace, a true peace between us and ourselves, and between us and others, until we reach absolute peace with God, which we see through you and through your doings.
While Jews and Christians believe Elijah's tomb is on Mount Carmel in Haifa, the Druze shrine to the prophet in Kfar Yassif carries the same symbol of hope, as it's become an example of coexistence.
Our reporter Shelby Winder is now joining me on set. Shelby, first of all, you were likely the only woman at that ceremony.
I was the only woman.
Okay, and what was that like? Because this religion is pretty exclusive from other religions and gender-wise.
Yes, the Druze have a reputation of being seclusive and also somewhat secretive. So to be accepted or allowed to join kind of just the periphery of their holidays is quite an honor, and I felt very lucky to be there. But that being said, it does come with some mixed feelings. It's not always comfortable to be the only woman in a room full of religious men on both sides. And because of that, at one point, I was actually asked to leave and wait in another area while the praying was going on. But overall, I was very welcomed. The leaders within the Druze community invited us in advance and opened their doors for us in many ways.
What do we know about their secretive religion?
Well, it is an Abrahamic and monotheistic faith with many parallels to Judeo-Christian ideology, but it does split from there. Their main prophet is Jethro, or Nebi Shweb, which is also, the shrine for that is also located in Israel near the Sea of Galilee.
Do they pray 3 times a day, 5 times a day?
So it's different with all of the people in the religion. Like in every faith, there's people that hold it to different practices. But some things that do make it unique is the Druze believe in reincarnation, which I think is something that's very different from what we see in some of the other faiths that it's branched off of. And also, because they're an Arab-based religion that broke off of Islam, but they're not considered Muslim anymore. And because of that, they face persecution in a lot of the countries that they're based in.
By the Muslim majority.
Yes, exactly.
Right, so like in Syria, Lebanon.
Exactly.
Right?
In Lebanon,
Jordan.
Lebanon and Israel are two countries where they are largely accepted and hold very high-profile seats within society, judges, lawyers, doctors. So it's definitely different depending on what country they're in. But it's also important to note the religion's been around for 1,000 years and played a major role in shaping the Levant countries. Historically, they were very active members of society, but they often get forgotten because they're a much smaller community than some of the bigger faiths and communities.
Here in Israel, though, they are considered, obviously they're respected like all the minorities here in Israel, but they, unlike the Israeli Arabs, they serve in the army here.
Yes, so the Druze faith is very patriotic and nationalistic. And because of that, part of the religion is an honor to serve in the army of the country you live in. And so because of that, the Druze all serve within the Israeli army. Now, 2 years ago, they had their own unit, and it was separate. But since then, the IDF has integrated the Druze within Israeli forces. And like many integrations, it doesn't always go so smoothly, and some friction comes out of it.
Right.
And we have had some cases where things don't go so well. Just last month, there was an incident of 2 Jewish Israeli soldiers that attacked a Druze Israeli soldier.
Right.
Now, the Israeli army took it very seriously and immediately arrested the 2. And many people, both in and out of the Druze community, say that could have happened to anyone. It wasn't religiously targeting him. But some people argue the opposite, including the Druze soldier's family, who came forward afterwards and said, no, we think that he was attacked because he is Druze.
Right.
So
This is
it's very complicated, but at the same time, we see also examples of the reverse, where Druze soldiers are honored and welcomed and accepted and promoted.
Absolutely.
We even had recently a square in Jerusalem named after Druze soldiers to honor them and show their importance within society.
Right, and in Jerusalem. Thank you so much, Shelby. We don't have any more time, but it was fascinating to hear that story. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We've got so much more coming up for you here on the Holy Land Uncovered. Stay with us.